Chronicles here, bringing you more Antioch Remastered Episode 2. We're heading into the Highlanders, which is the 6th map, but the 5th mission, because prologue. While Trench makes his way into New Brisbane, Mox needs somewhere to lie low. Low on cash, he's forced to rely on his new companion, Ian Anduin. The two Terrans head into Anduin's home into the mountains of Tornad 3. Anduin and his family came to Tornad 3 when he was 12. Settling in the mountains, they made a simple life for themselves until the arrival of the Zerg. For several months, Anduin and his family fought tooth and nail to stay alive until the Zerg were finally defeated. In the aftermath, the settlements of Tornad 3 have fallen into disrepair and corruption. Now Anduin finds that he must protect the Highlands from Terrans rather than Zerg. You'll find all types in the Tornad Highlands. So, I really hate to, repeat myself constantly, but at this point, this entire paragraph, this paragraph is just a recap, but it's short enough that it doesn't matter as much. It's basically the primer, in the map description window of Brood War. If you open up Brood War and you looked at the map in your custom dialogue, it would say something like this. And I use it to my own advantage in my own campaigns by just having a short description of the premise of the mission as it pertains to story. And I look at this like what you would use if you were making a Netflix TV show or writing a TV guide for a television show, and you were just writing the premise of that episode. Like, this character has to do this. This character is tasked by this other character to do that. And, you're basically giving a very brief idea of what the mission could be. And this is completely optional. Some people choose not to do this because they feel like it would characterize the mission in a way that, for one, you can just skip over in Brood War by just continuing to play the campaign if you use the set next scenario triggers. But for another, people tend to look at that I've seen the argument that, if you're giving away that information, that extra information, it would interrupt or intercept the player's precepts of what the mission is going to be about before the briefing lays it out for them, and in some cases it would just be redundant because the briefing would do the same thing. I don't really have a problem with it either way, but I could see where you would, if you were really trying to min-max your storytelling and the way that you were communicating information to the player and to the audience, that's how you'd do it. You would maybe be a bit more serious about how you parse that information. I just look at it like a very brief spoiler-free synopsis of what the mission is about. And it's mostly there actually for returning users as opposed to original ones. At least that's how I look at it, almost like a chapter select for a DVD in some cases as well. But so I'm totally fine with the first paragraph. It's a little bit longer. It doesn't need to be quite as long, but it could be cut up a little bit, but it's fine in essence. It's not bad. This next paragraph has nothing to do with the mission. It's characterization for the setting that if the authors of the story, or the rewrite of the story, if this were a rewrite, if they wanted to avoid getting arrested by the cop car in my background, then what they should have just done is communicate that information to us through dialogue, instead of having us fucking read it in the mission description. So that's a really big miss for me. And I hate to labor the point, but I wanted to add a little bit more color to my analysis by giving an example of how it's done in other games, like Brood War, and maybe shed some light as to why they made the decision to include it at all. But it doesn't add anything. In fact, it's really only there as, if you want to add a codex or something that's optional that people could peruse in their help menu, they could do that. But I'm not even a fan of that. I think every bit of information should be communicated through dialogue or through visual storytelling, even better, in some respects. And, you don't get it in either case. You just get it through text. And I'm not reading a book, so. Anyways, let's get into the briefing here.
Alright, man. I figure Trench is gonna take a while, so in the meantime, we might as well prepare ourselves in case things get ugly. Unfortunately, we're fresh out of money and fresh out of weapons. Suggestions?
Well, why not head to the Highlands? There's plenty of minerals and raw gas up there near the old abandoned mining camps.
I'm beginning to like the way you think, friend. You heard him. Let's pack it up. We've got a long trek up to the mountains ahead of us.
It's nice that they elected to use... I didn't comment on this the first time. I think this was in the Brisbane State... Or, not Brisbane. Boredalis mission. They had different Marine portraits in the briefing, and that's like a nice little touch to add a little bit of visual variety. Obviously, completely possible with Brood War if you just want to edit the portraits a little bit, especially if they don't speak. You only even have to construct the idle animations. You don't even have to do the talk ones. But, you know, aside from that, it's fine. I like it. I really wish, and this is, since they didn't end up changing anything about the story, besides the way that it was presented visually and through gameplay, which is admittedly a big deal, but not really in the grand scheme of things of the way that this played out execution-wise. This is more of a criticism of the core of Antioch, but I really wish that they had, they being Auspex Studios, if the people there that made this, Auspex, Termalis, and Friends, if they had put a lot of effort into really characterizing who the people in this were, like the people in his battalion were, and the people in this planet were, it would be way better, I think, because you just, like, when you're trying to tell a story about characters, you want to deal in things that are new, especially if you're, like, I would want to separate myself as much as possible from the origins of StarCraft. If I, like, the way that I have in Consummate laid out as an example, is it's a Zerg campaign. If you haven't played it, it's a Zerg campaign. It has 2 or 3 original characters that survive, and it follows the events of Ire. So it uses an existing story hook to get you interested in the characters, and then the intention is, by the end of the campaign, you could just completely remove the narrative and the premise of the story and the setting from Ire itself, or from a timeline that coincides with official Blizzard events, and then tell my own story unfettered and unrestricted by anything related to Blizzard's own storytelling. So that's my goal, and it seems like they did a similar thing here with Episode 2 of Antioch, because obviously at the end of Episode 1, you know, they had already taken care of, or presumably, like, the Overmind was already dead. Maybe I'm mistaken about that, but StarCraft's original narrative doesn't have as much of an importance in this episode compared to the previous one. So they used it as a hook, very similar. That's why I bring up in Consummate as an example. Very, very similar. So I really wish that they had spent a lot of extra time characterizing these factions and these individuals, because they just end up feeling like nameless, voiceless, generic characters, generic Marines. They don't feel like anything other than StarCraft stuff. And it seems to me that the intention was to make them feel a bit more than what you see on screen, but they didn't. So I guess it's just wistful thinking. Anyways, establish a mining camp at the Tornado Highlands. All heroes must survive. Those are our objectives. Let's watch whatever the opening cutscene is. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of extra cutscenes.
Wait, I'm reading the minefield dead ahead. Ah, don't worry. Seen this kind of thing before. I have just the thing to take care of it.
Look at that lazy texture work. What? Okay.
That was almost a little too convenient.
Oh, and then it doesn't... Maybe they should have walked a little bit more so that my game camera didn't completely clash with the... Wait, this is a different player. You can tell. I just have shared control of them. That's weird. Anyways, I'm glad that they turned that into an opening cutscene, as opposed to me moving my units 1 foot and then unpause or whatever. No explanation as to why he can clear the minefields. It's not like an ability he has. Rev engines. Ian directly injects Vespene into his engine, overloading it and causing him to increase his movement and attack speed. Wow. And then this is just on a cooldown as opposed to a charge.
What's the plan?
So this is a cafe, apparently.
I'll do it for a case of scotch.
I don't know why the texture work in this area is so rushed. It's like the only thing I can think of. Somebody forgot to use the smoothing tool on that.
No worries.
We got some simulations over here. Pecking away. Caw emoji. Unique to my Discord server, actually. Only my Discord server has the caw emoji. No other servers, I promise. Gone north. Last chance to turn back now. Don't say we didn't warn you. Isn't it pretty simple to make like a... What's the term? What are they called? A DDS file? And import them into the game and, like... I mean, it would be pretty hard to make it readable. But it might be like a neat little way to add some value.
Alright, let's move it.
They're using the fucking default water. No! Fuck them up.
Alright, let's move it.
Hold on. I need to see something.
What? Is it
Why does his
already?
weapon impact occur before his projectile even spawns?
Let's go.
It doesn't do damage until the projectile hits, so... Wait, he attacks so fast, but he already has the... he has a movement speed steroid?
Is it wartime already?
Yeah, there's some problems here. For sure.
I'll do it for a case of scotch.
I can't listen to that guy's voice. I don't know, man. They have these, like, pathways or whatever, but...
Sounds about right.
Nunu!
Boss here, what's the plan?
Why does he have so much HP?
Whistle while you do what?
Alright, well...
Go.
I like how they don't react at all. I'm just killing them all. Let's clear out these brown units, anyways.
Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea.
Okay, well, we found some minerals. Feels like they are positioned in a more reasonable manner than in the previous map, which I guess is, so whatever changed. I think I probably did complain about that in my playthrough of the original, so can't be hypocritical. Oh, we entered it in a different way than intended, as you can see by our units running all the way back.
Look, it's Ian. He's
Oh,
returned.
bye.
How are you, laddie?
Not as fine as you, apparently. Looks like you've got your bike fixed, eh?
Aye, that I did. Any more pirate raids?
Yes, one just this morning. Oh, we're still trying to repair the damage. We'd be beholden to you if you could help.
Excuse me. Anduin, could I have a word with you?
In these
What
trees.
is it?
What's this I hear about pirates?
The pirates he's talking about have been harassing my village for a long time now, ever since the Dominion first centralized control of Tornad 3 in the larger spaceport. These mountains ain't exactly safe.
And let me guess, you brought us up here just in case we might be able to make them a little safer.
Well, if you would help my village, you can mine the area in peace, alongside our village, of course.
I told you nothing was free, mate.
Well, you cannot blame me, friend.
Yeah, suppose I can't.
So, will you stay and fight?
Oh, no worries. I've been through tougher spots before.
That's what I like to hear. Hey, Crowley, get the power back on in the old command center. We're gonna kick some pirate tail tonight.
Great. Give me a moment.
Me and my men will move on ahead to scout the enemy's position.
You can use the transports we still have left to get up onto the ridge. We'll be waiting for your signal.
Right.
Me and his men. Him and his men.
I'll do it for a case of scotch.
Of which he did not leave. Also, these units have like ambient sound emitters or something.
What? Is it what?
Giant Ursidon. Oh shit, and it had a really loud noise that it made. Ooh, scary.
Hey guys, I'm starting to get hungry.
Is that enough meat for you?
Wow.
I'm afraid we don't have much in the way of resources. We only have a few deposits, and they're not too deep at that. Maybe you can look for a spot up north.
I forgot that transmission even occurred. Well, I'm trying to move all of these civilians out of the way. Let's just keep cranking out the units. We have so much supply that it doesn't matter much. We have to obtain 10,000 minerals.
Well, hello there.
Oh shit, they actually had a...
There's the first outpost. Far up the bar.
I'm in the middle of gameplay,
A
asshole!
whole lot of roasting going on.
My units are under attack! Imagine if I sent my hero there! Why do they move at a slower game speed? Just to elongate this even further? Bye! Nice triggers. Shut up. I would really disable the ambient sound emitters for those things, at least during cutscenes, because, like, that was obviously an active transmission, but Oh my god, this whole thing is a cutscene!
Arr, that's you.
I have one less Marine than I should.
You gotta be kidding me. That's gonna leave a mark.
Wow, this is a fucking cartoon caricature. Holy moly. Alright, well, at any rate, during this time, I floated a bunch of money. I didn't build my bunker like I wanted to, because I got fucking interrupted. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess we'll just pop down another command center. And... I guess these will be my guys. These guys don't seem particularly challenging. There's a massive seam here, and I don't know what that is. What's going on? Oh. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, are they retreating intentionally, or is that a bug? Okay. Are they? I don't know if they are. Oh, he did damage to himself again? Alright, let's see what else we got. We'll just put a mine down there. Okay. Trying to actually play a game here. All of the constant cutscenes are pretty obnoxious. Let's just go ahead and pop down. Actually, why don't we do that up here? If they are going to attack up here anyways. And it does seem like that is the case. Alright. They're not even building units over here. Where is... I'm glad our allies are being attacked. Because they're not my units. Oh yeah, these units can't get in because they're not my units. That's a nice bug. Well, I don't know what to say about that one. That's pretty embarrassing.
Our allies are being attacked.
I don't have enough money for command center yet, but I'm about to.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, this mission, I don't know why all of the allied unit shit exists. Like, it doesn't add anything, in my opinion. So I couldn't tell you why they wound up including that. In fact, it actively detracts from gameplay, I would say. I don't know.
Base is our allies are being attacked.
Oh, yeah, this is W, not E.
Well, hello there.
Seems like there's a cast delay on, on the Spider-Man ability. Not sure if that's intentional either. Probably is. It's also probably in line with how it was in Brood War.
What's the story?
Alright, I have to finish clearing this out so that I can progress the plot and probably watch another cutscene. I don't know. You know those... You ever felt like you're playing something or you're doing something and then you wish... You just sit there wishing that you were doing something else? And it seems entirely implausible that you would wish for something like that? Like, you're thinking, why would I ever wish for something like that? I also like how all of these mineral fields are like max or something. They're untouched values
Your forces are
for some
under
reason.
attack.
Oh, shit.
Well, hello there.
We've taken the first outpost. 3 to go.
You be needing my assistance.
Yeah, like I said, you ever... If you've ever sat and thought like, oh, I wish I was doing something, and you think like, why would I ever wish that? Like, you wish you were playing a guilty pleasure or something. It's like what I'm feeling right now, except I wish I was playing Warcraft 3. What is even happening?
I can't build here. Good to go, sir. I can't build here.
I don't know what they attack with. Wait. Oh my god, why did they change hackies? Ah, the old can't see up cliffs trick. Oh, my cutscene.
Our allies are being attacked. Your forces are under attack.
This is a classic.
Your forces are under attack.
At least they attack with more units. Bye.
Don't be fiddling with me now.
What is even going on?
Your forces are under attack. Upgrade.
I don't think anything's really happening. These units are off the screen and cannot be controlled, so that's pretty awesome. We automatically have siege mode. Something that makes the game even easier. We should probably get a Comstat station.
Your forces are under attack. Are being attacked.
Got a smoke light? What's here? What's the plan?
Oh, it did damage to the units inside the bunker and killed them. Holy cow.
Add-on complete.
I don't know about this one.
Complete.
I can't build here.
30.
What's here? What's the plan?
Just gotta keep stimming, get this done, over and done with, a little bit quicker. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah, we have this. I forgot we could even do this. Make ghosts. Can make nukes? Oh, cool, we have this guy. He's pretty useful. Oh yeah, I built my academy. Stop building nukes! What is wrong with you? Idiot. Alright, well, I don't feel like I really have to do too much. I guess I'll set up some
Add-on
factories. Why did I even build that? I almost couldn't select that.
Mates.
It's
We've
pretty
still got 2
ridiculous.
bases to take out.
The units just get removed! Holy moly. Destroyed. What am I witnessing?
I can't build here.
Stop it! What is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. Well, here we are. My hockey's not working for some reason. I'm just delusional. Well,
Your forces
I
are
got
under
nothing.
attack.
Besides another center view.
Our allies are
Missile turrets, by the way. Oh, invulnerable units. What? What is that? What? What is this? I can't even attack units? What? Why won't it let me attack units? Hold on.
base is under attack.
Okay. Okay, bye. Don't be. I'm going crazy. What the fuck am I playing?
Insufficient Vespian gas.
I don't know about this one.
Your forces are under attack. Complete. Base is under attack.
Where's my SCV? Wait, what?
Yes, sir. Destination.
Well, I don't know. Whatever happened, happened.
I read you.
Almost lost this guy.
Whistle while you do
Didn't even
what?
fucking notice.
Standing by.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, well. At least we've been attacked. That's something I can say. What do you mean? Build this. We're about halfway to our goal. I kind of want to friendly fire my entire squad of units, but wouldn't even lose the game anyway, so. Well.
What's the story?
Bye. Alive inside then. Why is their logo alive inside? Or their, what is that called? Their I don't even know what it's called.
Upgrade complete.
Who cares? I guess. That's what it's called. Who cares?
Upgrade complete.
Oh well. Could have been good.
3 down, 1 to go.
That's it, laddie. Keep it out.
Mind if I ask you a question?
Go ahead, laddie.
Just where the hell are you from?
Huh?
Your accent. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not Scottish, it's not Irish, hell, it's not even vaguely British.
What's British?
Never mind.
Fuck! I couldn't get it to burn down. Oh well.
Ready to roll out.
Well, the references are just as sick and epic as last time. So.
Reporting for duty. SCV good to go, sir.
I'm just gonna keep massing up a bunch of units. Didn't even have to use hotkeys for like my base or anything. Oops, I accidentally placed that. Bunch of shit. I don't know, man. I don't quite understand.
Yes, sir. You want a piece of me, boy? I read you. SCV good to go, sir.
Fucking thinking emoji. I have so much money. I'm wasting so much of it as well.
Add-on complete.
Center views, by the way. I like how they included impossible scenarios design and used that as... That sound emitter's gotta go. Can you at least remove these dropships so they're not in my way? Jesus Christ.
Reporting for duty.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. Orders, Captain. Ready to roll out. Whistle while you do what?
What's the story?
Destination.
His hotkey, his control group gets removed as well. Not even a death model for those. That's pretty epic.
What's that?
Shit just blowing up. StarCraft 2 is a cartoon, isn't it? Oh yeah, hold on. Let me do my sick micro. Sick micro, by the way.
Destination. Yes, sir.
What's the story?
They don't even have their tank sieged. Like, what are they doing exactly? They're not repairing anything. I mean, it's taking damage from an ability while they're inside a bunker. Pretty awesome. Not producing any units either. About as dead as the original. I don't know, man. Maybe they are producing units. If they are, they're not doing it in any of the structures that are on the screen. I think they just... Maybe that guy just got aggroed because of an errant tank shot. Who knows? The blast radius of siege tanks isn't even accurate from Brood War. Normally it will damage the machine shop if it's targeting the factory at that angle. What did I just get? Oh, I got 10,000 minerals. Wasn't even paying attention. That never happens in the original. Because... Oh yeah, I haven't even cast that. Oh, hey, they loaded the Marines into bunkers in this one. That's not accurate to the original. How despicable. Oh yeah, I can just destroy these buildings while I'm... Oops.
Unacceptable landing zone.
There we go.
Base is under attack.
Hey. What a bunch of dickheads. Look, they don't even repair this.
Mineral field depleted.
Well, I already made that observation, I guess, but even so. Destroyed.
Got a smoke light?
Upgrade complete.
I can't believe he takes damage from his own ability. So ridiculous.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, at any rate.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field
Come on.
depleted.
Oh, I have a vulture still. I see these units do not benefit from any researches or upgrades. I mean, I don't have anything for the vulture, but...
There can be only one.
no.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Saw it in a movie once.
Oh.
Alright, I think it's time we took out those punks down on the Central Plains. We don't need them hanging around either.
I like how all of his units just get removed. I don't even... That didn't happen before. You just got control of the dropships after you killed this thing. A fucked up game. Where did his units go? I guess they don't exist anymore? I don't know. Well, time to A-move, as they say.
Research complete.
Oh shit! I wanted to kill this guy. He doesn't have a fucking hitbox that I can shoot, though. So whatever. Hi.
Upgrade complete.
I actually wonder if I could just A-move with minimal effort and win. No tanks in siege mode. That's too hard. Why does that vulture? They didn't repair their broken unit? I guess it was broken. Holy shit, you can just roll in here and destroy this stuff. I should have tried this before. So the victory condition of 10,000 minerals doesn't even matter? That's probably true in the Brood War mission as well. Because you can just win by destroying all those structures without having 10k minerals.
You be needing my assistance? Standing by.
Well, one base down. They have like a central platform or something.
Base is under attack. Mineral field
Oh
depleted.
shit! They flanked me. I just A-move with these idiots. They executed all my civilians. What if those were defeat conditions? Oh shit! They're fucking confused, guys. You better watch out. Oh, they're bullying me.
Mineral field
And themselves,
depleted.
actually.
Orders, sir. Go ahead. Destination. Give me something standing. Need something load up. Let's move. Rock and roll.
What an embarrassment.
Mineral field depleted.
Why do they go that way? Oh, that was it?
Looks like we got enough resources, mates. Let's pack it up.
Huh? Where the fuck? What? There was an entire other base in the original. Wow, that mission did not know what it wanted to be. That was like even more of a hodgepodge of genres and unrealized concepts than the original. So what can we take away from that map? I mean, there's nothing really there. There's not that much content. You're not really challenged. They didn't do anything that improved it upon the original. Obviously, being in StarCraft 2 is already a bad thing. Obviously, from my perspective, but just in general, like the gameplay of the... It's not... Like, if you're remastering something in another engine, you have a lot of work that you have to do to redefine, like, to get the gameplay definitions correct from the original in the new platform. It's just a disaster already. That it can work, but I've never seen it work. I'm not ruling out the possibility of it working. But here, it doesn't feel like they did that much with the gameplay. A lot of center views, a lot of like poor game flow. Like, we obviously entered the cutscene where we get the base, which was really long and really bloated. Should have been shorter. that goes without saying for the original as well. We entered that cutscene in a way that the designers didn't intend for it. Probably a flaw with the original as well, but I didn't see it happen. As far as the actual playtime of the mission, it also felt bloated, but I didn't feel like I was really playing an RTS at any point. AI sent a couple vultures my way a few times. I had the lowest my hero got was like half HP, and obviously I can just repair him. Wow, this isn't even looped correctly. Holy moly! All right, well that really short-circuited any point I was going to make. So I guess we'll just continue when we have more videos. So see you next time.